Good afternoon to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news. This afternoon, Monday the 16th of January 2023. My name is Micheal Lukomwa. In a first story this afternoon, Uganda has intensified her security along her border line on the eastern DRC with the eastern DRC following a bomb attack on the Pentecostal church in Lubirira, which killed 10 people and injuring 47. Following this incident, police spokesperson Fred Enanga has presented stringent interim measures that were put in place to ensure no infiltrations will be witnessed of terrorism to cross into Uganda from the DRC. Among the measures, there will be no more movement of cargo trucks in the night in Bondwe. There will be vigilance and awareness among communities, plus proper screening of asylum seekers to ensure safety of the Ugandan side.
To avert any hostile infiltrations and attacks at Bondwe and all other crossing points. For instance, we've stopped the movement of cargo and passenger boats across Lake Albert and other water bodies along that stretch at night. We've also bolstered security at major installations, markets and parking yards from Kasese upwards to Ntoroko and Chikube. And we've also intensified our intelligence on several targets, among others, which we cannot get to. And we also want to further remind the public that the threats of terrorism are real, especially on soft targets, which are many and sometimes difficult to defend, like restaurants, markets, shopping centers.
That is police spokesman Fred Enanga highlighting on the measures that were put in place to ensure security around the Rwenzori area following the incident in DRC. Our reporter was at the police address in the morning and you give us a detailed story to that issue. But away from that, on a sad note, Uganda's High Commissioner to Kenya, Seychelles, and also permanent representative to the United Nations Environment Program and the UN Habitat, Hassan Waswa Galiwango, has died. According to Ambassador Charles Sentongo, Galiwango passed on this morning at Nairobi Hospital, where he has been undergoing treatment. Ambassador Galiwango was appointed by the President as High Commissioner on the 16th of June 2021 and posted to Uganda's High Commission Nairobi, where he has been serving. Burial arrangements and all the programs to his send-off will be communicated and will be in our subsequent bulletins. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Meanwhile, the Constitutional Court has dismissed with no costs the retired Professor George Kanyehamba's petition, where he was challenging the president on the removal of the right to bail and police bond for capital offenders. In the judgment delivered by 5 justices of the Constitutional Court, the petition was dismissed on grounds that it was based on mere allegations and there was no evidence. This petition was filed by Professor George Kanyehamba and Wavamuno Gordon against the National Resistance Movement, President Yoweri Museveni, and the Attorney General. The case was before Justices Frederick Egonda Ntende, Elizabeth Musoke, Christopher Madema, Monica Mugenyi, and Christopher Gashirabake. They dismissed the petition with no cost to both the petitioner or neither to the respondent. Kanyehamba, however, vowed to appeal the judgment.
Refrain from condemning the seemingly well-intentioned petitioners in costs. The upshot of this is that the petition is dismissed with no orders to costs. The full judgment will be availed now for you to analyze the reasons for the justice's decision.
So for all people in the world, including most judges in Uganda, this judgment is a fake. The judges never, in my opinion, participated in judging this case. So let me tell you, this was the right to appeal, rather the right of bail nti bail bakuba babiri omusango ogenda mu kooti ogamba nti buli muntu yenna wa Uganda is innocent until proven guilty by a court. You, the executive, you can't order the torture, the imprisonment of a Uganda citizen without the court interfering. I'm going to draft an appeal and lodge it in the Supreme Court. They will agree with me that this is not a judgment of Ngonda Ntende, who shared the panel. They will agree with me. So this is really the worst judgment that has ever been delivered.
Yes, that is Professor George Kanyihamba vowing to go challenge the judgment after the court ruling was read this morning. Meanwhile, Vice Chancellor Micheal University Professor Barnabas Nawangwe has urged student leaders to work towards improvement of students' discipline at the university. This was at a leadership workshop that was organized to boost the skills of the new leaders and facilitated by the Julius Nyerere Leadership Center. The students' leaders were taken through both formal and informal best leadership skills.
May his soul rest in peace. Amen.
There is a problem everybody talks about a generation, a get rich quick generation. But you see, I want to tell you that you are the cream of the African society. You really should not be misled by those things of the world as we call them. Africa's hope is in you. We cannot afford to be continually thought of as an inferior people when everybody came from us, when we were controlling everybody in the past. Let us reclaim our position in humanity. And that can only be done through our universities, through training leaders who are going out there to change the situation for Africa.
We are exploring the possibility of having a more in-depth training later on for 5 days, the normal one that we normally have at the center for the students. But the center serves as an important initiative, not only to Micheal University, but to society at large. And this more than today, more than ever, this has been proved to me. Because in grooming and equipping young leaders like yourselves, and I have to congratulate all of you for being where you are, it means that we are providing you not only with a moral compass, but for leadership, that we are also inspiring you to have that willingness to serve.
Students Guild, thank you so much for attending. Thank you for voting. Thank you for the voice that been active. I hope you are there on behalf of your constituencies and go back and make an impact.
Now, in other news, the High Criminal Division Court has adjourned the hearing of the matter of the Nagirinya murder case to the 16th of February 2023 for mention of the case where 4 people are accused to have been involved in the murder of the late Maria Nagirinya. The accused persons in this matter include Koporiam Kasolo alias Arsenal, aged 27, a shoe hawker in Natete, Johnson Lubega, known as Rasta, aged 20, unemployed, and Nasif Karyango, also known as Muonge, aged 22, plus one Hassan Chiseka, known as Masada, both boda riders in Chitaka Zone, Natete Rubaga Division. Others are Sharifum Panaga, Sadat Katerega, and Raymond Okori. Maria Nagirinya was murdered on the 28th of August 2019, and the case is before Justice Isaac Muwata. We'll have that story in our subsequent bulletins. Thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. It's UBC Lunchtime News.
sent transport to the wrong person? Here's how to reverse it with MTN Mobile Money. Dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, Nga, you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network.
Tosoka numpa hemanga tona dinda genyonta esuse kodia amasoga myuse nenkalamateri wanenyula jonyambe umpe okuhema cause I love you hema everybody know oh hema maziganga gampomela.
*11. Keeping an eye on all your balance the old way.
I got this. yeah. Balance is... yeah.
What is he up to now?
*11.
Keeping an eye on all your balance with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to see all your balance in one place and in real time. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
I do miss you.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it?
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera. Refrain from unnecessary engagements with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, nga you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
Growing up as a child, I used to play the game with balls made out of milk pints, sometimes banana fibers, and at times balls made out of clothes. I had a dream to one day play for the best clubs in the Uganda Premier League with the hope of one day representing my nation at the big stage. I made it, and now it's time to represent my nation in the CHAN 2023 in Algeria. I'm glad that UBC TVs and radios will showcase as we fight to bring joy and happiness to the people of Uganda. CHAN 2023, live from Algeria, starting from the 13th of January, is the answer to the call of duty.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Capote Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Capote deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Capote Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN. Regulated by UCC.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions, and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number, and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it?
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera. Refrain from unnecessary engagements with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
One-on-one with Micheal, Jordan, Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Professional guidance.
There is no special antiretroviral therapy that is given specifically for discordant couples.
And of course, politics.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for Anita Monga and Tayebo?
That is laughable. Why would we pay when we have nominated them as SEC?
Every party has been represented in Uganda's parliament for 10 years. We only
by one MP, you yourself
and my daughter, Susan.
Every Friday 9 p.m. it's one-on-one with Micheal Jordan Lukomwa on UBC TV, inspiring Uganda.
This week on UBC.
So Bonnie calls me and says, "Hey Brenda, are you coming?" I said, "No, I'm not coming. Caritas is not coming. So what am I coming to do?"
Yeah.
He called Sylvia and told Sylvia, "Sylvia, do you know that this girl, Brenda?" Sylvia said, "Brenda, Caritas' friend." Sylvia's like, "Caritas' friend? The one with the big butt." Say, "Hey, that one. Yeah, I know her." Yes. We need her.
Our Super Soul sisters are always here.
The World Cup final, I think the 87th minute, still no goals, what? A blast goes off. So we're like, is it a transformer? What's happening? As we are still trying to figure out, the next blast goes off. And that's the one that hurt me. I start to run outside, I fall. I get up, my friends start dragging me. Say, let's go, let's go. A friend of mine, called Robina, tells me, "Brenda, you're bleeding." I said, "I'm not bleeding."
I keep saying an amazing episode because we have amazing women.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's hard to bear. You give me fever.
Growing up as a child, I used to play the game with balls made out of milk pints, sometimes banana fibers, and at times balls made out of clothes. I had a dream to one day play for the best clubs in the Uganda Premier League, with the hope of one day representing my nation at the big stage. I made it, and now it's time to represent my nation in the CHAN 2023 in Algeria. I'm glad that UBC TVs and radios will showcase as we fight to bring joy and happiness to the people of Uganda. CHAN 2023, live from Algeria, starting from the 13th of January, is the answer to the call of duty.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, nga you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
UBC Lunchtime News, thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The National Council for Higher Education has embarked on ensuring that all provisional licensed tertiary institutions are chartered. The Executive Director of the National Council, Professor Mary Okakol, says that all unchartered universities were given the deadline of March 2023. However, this is yet to be revised. The move comes at a time when the National Council for Higher Education has lined up a series of activities to mark 20 years of their existence.
Good morning.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. According to the Act that established the National Council for Higher Education and that governs the establishment and management of higher education institutions, a provisionally licensed university is expected to hold that status for at least 3 years. And after that, the university applies to proceed to charter status. Yes, it is true some have gone beyond this period, but what we have been doing is monitoring them and guiding them, identifying areas of strengths which they can maintain, identifying areas of weaknesses which they can improve on. In 2018, we requested the universities which are provisionally licensed to produce roadmaps towards applying for charter status. Regrettably, not long after that, of course, a number of them produced the roadmaps. But as you are aware, in 2020, before we could proceed, we had the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. But at the moment, we are studying the roadmaps and guiding each institution according to what I've said. If they have areas of improvement, we guide them. But we expect that not long from now, all of them should be able to apply for charter status.
In the world of sport, the Federation of Uganda Basketball Associations has today morning unveiled a new coach for the women's national basketball team. Coach Alberto Atuna, a Spaniard, was presented to the media at the press conference held at Hotel Africana, and he will prepare the Gazelles for the 2023 AfroBasket qualifiers scheduled for the 14th to the 19th of February 2023. The qualifiers are a pathway to the AfroBasket finals to be held in July 2023 in Kigali, Rwanda. A squad of 28 players was announced and has notable names such as Hope Akelo of KIU Rangers, Flavia Okecho of JKL Lady Dolphins, and Bridget Aber of the UCU Cannons, among others. The ladies will enter camp a week before the tournament. However, training commences today on the 16th of January 2023 at Lugogo Arena.
With all due respect, not to say that our national coaches maybe can't handle the team, not. They are very good coaches. Coach Nick, Coach Mavita, they are very good coaches. They've been at this level before and all that. But sometimes we believe that when you bring in a foreign coach with quite some experience, you know, they have some good exposure. There are so many things that, you know, they bring on board. So we believe that it is important for us to take that route and also help our national coaches to also learn a thing or two to continue developing. When you bring in a foreign coach, there are so many things that they come with, regardless of you know, the technical abilities on the floor. They have a lot of exposure and connections, you know, in Europe, which in the end might help, you know, our players to also get opportunities to go and play in Europe.
Well, as I say before, first time in Uganda, in Africa, but really excited to come here to have this opportunity and start this program with the Gazelle, with the women national team. I'm just waiting to meet the girls, to try to build the best roster possible, knowing that we cannot have the players that are actually in States in their college program. But anyway, we're going to try to build a team with the under 18 girls that have been doing a really good job the last summer, and with the local players competing in the last years here in Uganda.
Yes, we thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you this afternoon. My name is Micheal Lukomwa. Like I always say, newsroom is still at work. We'll have news for you in our subsequent bulletins. That is Kiswahili, Luganda, and I'll be here myself for news tonight. So thank you so much for watching. You have all the reasons to keep it with us as we enjoy the rest of the week and the day that starts. Bye-bye. See you then.